Ready to get started on painting some leaves. I'm trying to do a few things that you guys have asked for. So let's paint some leaves and see the strokes and see how I load it and how that works. Sound good? Alright, so I'm going to move the camera down so you're just going to see what we're stroking. Alright, let's move you all right here. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got floating medium, and then I've got two colors of green. So I'm going to pick up, if you have this here, you're going to dip over here and go stroke next to this color. So I've got a dark green and a light green. Alright. Now a lot of people just do this. You've got to go back and forth. And you can even get a little bit of medium and work that in. Okay. Now whenever I need paint, I'm going to come here and just grab this right here, okay? So, now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put it so you can really see the stroke. Now I'm going to work with a V. Alright, and then I'm going to go straight down to make it a Y. You see that? Now, when I start this stroke, I'm going to start it right on this line. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That's the starter stroke. That blends the color and spreads the bristles. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to start scrubbing the floor. See, it says scrubbing motion with my fingers. So I'm going to scrub the floor. And I have a magnet right here. Let me go back to that. And look at the light green. The light green stays where the magnet is as I come around. And I see my shell. Let's do it over here. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to move back so you can see it better. 1, 2, 3, scrub. I start scrubbing before I move, and that light green stays right there at the magnet till I get my shell. Then I'm going to slide to the middle and then slide down to a point. Same thing over here. After I see the shell, I'm going to stand up and slide to my point. And then all I do is slide in the middle. Now, when I'm sliding in the middle, this is the stroke I'm doing, guys. I'm going to touch, lift the front, and drag those last little green bristles. I've got a shadow. Last little green bristles. Okay? Now, let's get some more strokes. You can watch that over and over till you feel comfortable. 1, 2, 3, scrub. See that? There's the seashell or the fan, and then you stand up and slide. Now I didn't get any medium that time and I ran out of paint. 1, 2, 3. Scrub. Stand up, stand up, stand up, and slide. And then I'm going to pull the stem into, oops, see, you don't see it. So we're going to pull the stem into it 2/3 in. Okay? Now, let's do a couple of other strokes. Every time I go over here, I'm getting more paint. See that? Now, I just had a mess yesterday working with some students, and this is what they kept doing. They would come over here, and then go over here, and then go over there, and look at that mess in the middle. If you're doing that, you're doing something wrong. You're going to go right here in the middle. If it's not next to each other, you dip this and you come over and you pick up the light green. Okay, then if I dip the floating medium, I go 1, 2 to work it in, I'm ready to go. Don't do it all over the plate like this. If you do this over and over and over, you're taking off paint. Okay, so this is newsprint, so it's really dry. Alright, now let's start here. This is what a lot of people are doing. This is my traditional one-stroke leaf. You turn slightly, stand up, and you slide down. Okay, and then you're going to pull the stem into it. And a lot of people don't like this flat edge. Okay, now skill builders are how you're going to change everything that you do, because our skill builders are $25, and they're a workshop program where you're working at home on them, and you do different worksheets. You have all the step outs that you're supposed to do. You stroke over them, and you practice on paper until you get every stroke right, and that's going to make a difference. So let me show you. They're online, so look under skill builders. If you really want to learn the stroke, that's how you do it. Same thing with our leaves. Here's the line. Instead of straight, we're going to be at an angle. We're going to start on that angle. Now this dark green up here, just pretend there's a vine. The dark green is touching the vine. We're going to push down towards. Now I'm not going flat this way and then coming down. I'm going to start at an angle. I'm going to lean downward and slide to the point. And that's a slider leaf. Okay? And it depends on what size brush you use. But a lot of people are loving the slider leaf. It makes a huge difference. Push, stand up, and slide. All right, there you go. Now, this is a size 16 brush. 16 brush is really good for you. 3/4 makes a difference for some people. I like you using a larger brush so you can see what you're doing. A 12 is not going to get you the same look unless you're doing a smaller piece. Here's my 3/4. I'm going to load the 3/4 back and forth. You dampen your brush always first, lay it on the paper towel, and then wipe off the excess. Now, I'm doing the bigger brush because I think you're going to be able to see better. Now, see, I'm pushing hard to work this in. Remember, if you're not near each other, you go dip this one, and then you stroke next to the second one. Okay? And then that's going to give you a 2/3 full brush. I'm going to dip in the medium because I'm on paper. And there we go. Let's do this one more stroke. We're going to do this again. Here is your Y. Okay, there's your magnet. 1, 2, 3. I want you to start scrubbing. See the shell? And then you slide. Now let's do this side. 1, 2, 3. Scrub. Now watch. I'm going to roll the brush. Roll the brush and slide down. Now you can see what happened. I want y'all to look. See, this is all dry because I ran out of paint. So I'm going to bring my medium. Sometimes I just put the medium on the dark green edge because that's the edge that didn't make it. Okay, because I had plenty of paint. Now roll forward. Roll the green forward. Oops, still ran out again. Okay, and then we pull a stem. I'm going to try that one more time and have plenty of paint and medium on the green edge and see if I can do a better job for you. 1, 2, 3. Scrub and slide. Now remember, we got a magnet right there, so watch what happens. I'm keeping the light green on the magnet. I roll. There we go. See, even I make mistakes, so I like to do it over so you can see that it can be really good. Okay, see that? I want y'all to practice the rolling for a little bit. And the last thing I want to show you is another leaf that I'm going to work with you. If you have this magnet in the middle and everything comes to the magnet, I want you to see you got to have good brushes, nice chisels. If you don't have those, then you're not going to get a nice pretty leaf. So we got those starter sets of brushes. It's got 4 brushes. 1, 2, 3. Wiggle out, slide in, wiggle out, slide in. Ran out of paint. Wiggle out, slide in, back to my magnet. And that's a grape leaf. How fun is that? So you can learn all these leaves. Our eyes are looking at the outside edge. It makes it really easy when you practice, learn what you're doing, practice on freezer paper, practice whatever. Here's the packets. This is a fabric set. We have glass, fabric, and just all around good brushes with the nylon bristles, which are for painting everything else. So these brush sets they've got the liner, the scruffy, the 3/4, and the 12. So these are my professional brushes. If you want the top quality brushes that Donna Dewberry has, this is what you look for. This one is DD8130, and these are fabric brushes. You use these stiff brushes, they're stiffer. So they work on jeans and fabric and work it in, and they work on concrete walls and outdoor fences and concrete blocks if you're stroking stepping stones, anything that you need a stiffer brush. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.